In this video, we're going to talk about the Flow Enigma. This is the board that replaces the Darwin, so it's new this year to the Flow lineup. It's not a swallowtail, it's kind of a V-tail to it. It does have POW camber to it, so it's a setback camber, so when you load it, it raises the nose. It's supposed to be surfy and playful. Now, does it fully replace the Darwin in my opinion? No. But it is a powder board and it does surf the white wave. This board features Flow's POW camber, which is rocker into a camber with a setback flat section, so it's more under the back foot, into a little more camber, and then a flat section before the tail up kick. Basically, it's a completely set back camber 2.0, so it's that flat into the camber area instead of the traditional arc. This is going to make it easier to load, and it's going to be set back, so you're going to get more float out of the nose of the board, especially with that micro rocker zone up front. So what's going to happen is you engage it, it lifts the nose up, you're going to be able to surf, but still have pop off the back foot. The Enigma is a new model this year from Flow, and it's one of those middle-of-the-road powder boards that still has a lot of snap. You're going to notice that there's an abundance of flex right where the camber meets the rocker in this board, and that's not a bad thing. It's going to help you load up the camber, get that rocker up on top of the POW. There's a lot of torsional flex to this board, so you can really center steer it. Overall, it's not the most stable board, but it gets the job done when you need it to. You're going to feel a little bit of chatter. You're going to see some flapping out in the tip when you're charging hard, especially if you're on firmer or heavier snow. While this board is snappy, that doesn't translate to the pop of it. It's a board that's got okay pop. If you really load the camber zone, you're going to get decent snap and rebound. But by and large, I've ridden poppier powder boards. I mean, this will get the job done, but it's not anything to write home about. That snap that I did talk about, you only really notice it when you're driving this board through a turn. There's a huge flex point right where the camber meets the rocker, and you can engage this board out on its nose for butters right there. You're going to notice how well this thing can actually butter. Pop a 180, land in it, you're just going to be able to lock in, ride that butter, pop right back out, and keep going. It never falters, you don't have to worry about it, it's doing what you need to do. The side cut on this board really lets you get into a deep turn. It does have limitations though. You're going to hit a wall, so when you're driving it, you're going to be pushing as aggressively as you can, and then you're going to realize you can't go any further with it. It just stops. It's just, you've hit a wall and that's it. The overall edge-to-edge transmission is fluid and smooth. It rolls from edge to edge. You don't have to worry about it fighting you, and it stays engaged and locked in, which is great when you get into firmer snow, heavy shit, or if you get into some wind scree or whatever, you're going to be locked in. So who is this board for? It's for the POW guy that wants camber underfoot when they're out there charging. This is a POW board that's got camber. And while some people might say that's not the best, it does what it needs to do. It gets the job done. Personally, I think the Darwin that it replaced was a better POW board. And Flow fucked up by making this thing. So let's take a look at what I think you should also be looking at if you're looking at this deck. The Unity Whale, the Endeavor Arch Type, the Moss Performance Quad 60, the Burton Working Stiff, the GNU Mueller, the Rome Blur. Alright, so now you've decided what snowboard you're going to get, and you're going to decide where you're going to buy it. If you're shopping local, awesome. Slap your local shop guys a high five and tell them they're killing it. But for those of you that are buying online, why don't you shop from one of the links we have down below? That way you support us and you get a deal on your snowboard. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below. That way you're getting a notification. And I'll see you guys in another video.